Hi, first graders. Today I'm going to read to you from the series of Henry and Mudge, but it's called Annie's Perfect Pet. And Annie is Mudge's cousin, so sometimes she shows up in his books. So, by Cynthia Ryland. And most of you heard Henry and Mudge, the first book, right? That Henry was lonely, he didn't have brothers or sisters, he lived in a street with no children, so he begged his parents for a dog, and they finally let him. And he chose Mudge, who was a small puppy, but Mudge grew and grew and grew. It's a very big breed. And now they have many adventures together. So, chapters: Annie's Wish, Chapter 2, Soft and Dry, Chapter 3 is The Pet Store, Chapter 4 is called Snowball. So, Annie's Wish. Henry and Henry's big dog Mudge always visited Cousin Annie next door. Annie used to live far away. Henry didn't see much of her, but now she lived next door, and it was fun. Annie and Henry rode bikes, played frisbee, traded comics, and of course, they petted Mudge all the time. Annie loved Mudge. She loved his soft eyes, his warm nose, his big paws. Annie wished she had a dog, but her father was at work every day. No one would be home to take care of a dog. Henry felt sorry for Annie. He remembered how fun it was to get a new pet. Oh, I think this is like baby Mudge. He's remembering. Mudge had been the cutest puppy. He was all round and roly and very small. Henry could pick him up and kiss him. Henry sure couldn't do that now. And Mudge was so short that he could walk under the collie down the street. Oh, in the beginning, right? Not anymore. Henry wanted Annie to have her own pet, so he went to his parents for help. Chapter 2, Soft and Dry. Interesting name for a chapter. Maybe she should get a mouse, said Henry's father. Annie's afraid of mice, said Henry. How about a turtle, said Henry's mother. Too wet for Annie, said Henry. A crab, said the father. Too hard. A bird, said the mother. Henry shook his head. It might fly into Annie's teacups. Annie has a collection of teacups in her room. They're very fancy. Okay, said Henry's father. Annie needs a pet that isn't scary, isn't wet, isn't hard, doesn't fly, and tap dances. Tap dances? Henry giggled. Oh, I just threw that in, said Henry's dad. Henry's mother was thinking. I know, she said, a bunny. It's soft and dry and it doesn't fly. And it doesn't have to be walked like a dog, said Henry. Aww. Yes, said Henry's father, but can a bunny dance? Chapter 3, The Pet Store. Henry and Henry's parents and Henry's big dog Mudge took Annie to the pet store. When they went inside, the birds were singing, the puppies were barking, the kittens were meowing, the mice were squeaking. But the bunnies in the corner were being quiet, quiet and careful, just like Annie. Perfect, said Henry's mother. Oh, look at these bunnies, how adorable. Annie picked up a white baby bunny. She had soft eyes, just like Mudge. She had a warm nose, just like Mudge. And she had something Mudge didn't. She had a little cottontail. You know, little bunnies' tails, like a little poof ball, little cottontail. She's so cute, Annie said with a smile. Mudge put his warm nose up to the bunny's warm nose. The bunny sniffed and sniffed and sniffed. She seemed to like Mudge. And when Mudge gave her a big drooly kiss, like dog kisses, like, she didn't even mind. Henry looked at his parents. We found Annie's perfect pet, he said, and they took the bunny home. Chapter 4, Snowball. Henry's Uncle Ed made a beautiful hutch for Annie's bunny. What's a hutch? Let's find out. It was painted with flowers and trees. It had a little china bowl for the bunny to eat from and soft bits of cotton for the bunny to sleep on. It fit Annie's room perfectly. So like a hutch is a safe little cage. Annie named her bunny Snowball. She played with her and sang to her, and she took her to Henry's house for visits. Oh, and Annie loves fancy stuff. Look how she dresses. So even the hutch is kind of fancy, right? The bunny liked Henry's house. She liked riding on Mudge's back. Mudge carried the bunny all around. And when he got tired, they stopped for crackers. Annie was so happy to have a pet just right for her. I love my bunny, Annie told Henry. I know, Henry said. She's soft and dry, and she doesn't fly. Suddenly, the bunny went flying through the air and landed on Mudge's back. Annie laughed. Maybe she does. So boys and girls, that was Henry and Mudge and Annie's perfect pet. And in this book, Annie gets Snowball. Guess what? Then I think people liked Snowball and Annie characters so much that Cynthia Ryland started a new series called Annie and Snowball. And sometimes Henry and Mudge visit Annie and Snowball. And they have many, many, many books also. Annie and Snowball. And sometimes Henry is not there. Okay? I hope you enjoy the book. Bye.